When most people think of gardening, they picture sunshine, green leaves, and summer harvests. But what if I told you, your garden doesn't have to stop when winter starts? Even in freezing temperatures, you can keep growing fresh food. You just need to know how to protect, plan, and plant the right way. Today, I'm sharing how to keep your garden thriving through winter, from hardy crops to simple protection methods and smart timing tips. Let's dig in. Before you start planting, it's important to understand your climate and light levels. Winter gardening is less about fighting the cold and more about working with it. Step 1. Know your USDA hardiness zone. It tells you how cold your winters get and what plants can survive outdoors. Okay, so step 2 is to track your daylight hours. Most crops will actually stop growing once you get less than 10 hours of sunlight each day. So, in the winter, you're not really growing new plants, you're just harvesting slowly from what you planted back in the fall. That means you need to plan ahead, or maybe use some protection to extend your growing window. Winter is really the time to focus on hardy, cold-tolerant plants. Crops that actually enjoy chilly weather. Here are some top performers. Leafy greens like kale, spinach, arugula, Swiss chard, and mustard greens are all great choices. So let's talk about root crops for a second. We're looking at carrots, beets, turnips, parsnips, and radishes. All of these are pretty hardy and can handle some chilly weather. And, when it comes to herbs, parsley, thyme, and chives actually handle light frost really well. It's kind of surprising how tough these little plants can be. Here's a cool fact. These plants don't just survive the cold. They actually taste sweeter after a frost, since the cold triggers sugar production in their leaves and roots. So, honestly, your winter veggies might be even better than your summer ones. Now, let's talk about how to protect your plants from frost and keep them growing longer. There are 4 main tools you can use. First, mulch. A thick layer of straw, leaves, or compost keeps roots insulated and prevents soil from freezing solid. Next up, row covers. Lightweight fabric that traps heat and blocks frost. It can actually raise the temperature underneath by several degrees. Alright, so cold frames. Think of these as mini greenhouses made of glass or clear plastic. They're just perfect for growing things like greens, lettuce, and herbs. Next up, we've got hoop houses, or tunnels. These are basically PVC or metal frames covered in plastic film. They're really great for larger gardens and can actually keep your soil workable all winter long. With the right setup, you can grow right through freezing temperatures, even harvesting fresh greens while snow falls outside. Winter gardening actually begins in late summer and early fall. It's important to plant your crops early enough so they're mature before the days get too short. For example, sow carrots and beets about 10 to 12 weeks before your first frost. Plant kale, spinach, and lettuce around 6 to 8 weeks before frost. And start herbs like parsley early. They'll grow slowly but steadily through winter. Once you understand your local frost date, you can schedule a second planting round to keep the harvest coming. Even if your outdoor beds are buried under snow, you can still garden indoors. Microgreens are fast-growing and packed with nutrients. You can usually harvest them in about 10 to 14 days. Windowsill herbs like basil, chives, parsley, and mint really thrive indoors when they get plenty of bright light. It's a simple way to bring some green into your home. LED grow lights. They're pretty amazing, aren't they? They give you control over light cycles, which is just perfect for growing leafy greens and seedlings. Indoor gardening. It's such a fantastic way to stay connected to your plants and enjoy fresh food, even when it's freezing outside. Here's something most gardeners tend to forget. Your soil is alive, even in winter. To keep it healthy, make sure to protect it from erosion, compaction, and nutrient loss. It's all about giving your garden the best care, no matter the season. So make sure to add compost before winter to feed those soil microbes. It's a simple step that'll really help your garden thrive, you know? Mulch thickly to prevent rain and frost damage. Or plant a cover crop like winter rye or clover to hold nutrients and add organic matter in spring. Think of it as giving your soil a cozy blanket so it wakes up healthy and ready to grow again. Even in winter, your plants still need water, just less often. Check soil moisture regularly and water on mild days so roots can absorb it before the next freeze. Also, make sure tunnels or cold frames are ventilated on sunny days to prevent mold and overheating. It's a balance. Warmth and airflow go hand in hand. So there you have it. Winter gardening made simple. With the right plants, protection, and timing, you can enjoy fresh greens, roots, and herbs all winter long. No break needed. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more seasonal gardening tips, and comment below. What's the one crop you'd love to grow through winter? Until next time, stay cozy, stay curious, and keep growing, even when it's cold